Hi guys, right. Some of you have asked me what do I prefer, whether it be semi-fixed or running leads. Generally, that is the rig I use. It's generally a leg clip system, and dumpies are my favourite leads because of most bottoms, especially a 4 crash down and a cushion, it make its own little cushioning in the silt or gravel. It'll so on the event of a bite, my theory is that it'll actually be more weight resistance there than just the 3 or 4 ounce lead that you're using, because of the crater it's left in the bottom as it's landed. Metre length of tubing is what I use. Ultra supple metre length of tubing, no leaders, just tubing. And I do prefer it semi-fixed. Don't get me wrong, years ago fishing long range I used to use a running lead, done all right on running leads, but was it running lead? Because although you're fishing a drop on the bobbin, when you've got 1.5 ounce bobbin on, it's still acting as a semi-fixed setup really. But yeah, the only thing I've noticed, my preferred weight of lead is 3 or 4 ounce, 3.5s, 4s generally. Never really had any trouble, or what I thought I was getting done, until the last 3 seasons I've spent fishing the Essex Manor. And yeah, don't get me wrong, I know I was being done then. I think I've had, over 3 years, I think I've had 3 or 4 times where I've definitely been done. You get a series of short, sharp bleeps on the alarm, and each time, apart from the last one, I think it was, I'd left it thinking, oh, it's just a line, a pike's gone through the line, whatever, but that rod has been wasted a lot of the time. Might have been out there 20 hours after that occurrence, and the fact is the lead had gone. But that was always using a heavy lead, 3 or 4 ounce lead, because simply they're using the weight of the lead in the silt to shake their head, to get rid of it. A lot of say every time the lead was gone, so they were definitely there shaking their head to get rid of that rig, and it worked for them. But what I found, rather than going into a running rig, what I found seemed to work is I'd cut down to 1 ounce or 1.5 ounces. So when they picked that rig up and they tried to eject it, as soon as they shook their head, that lead went with them. Rather than stayed there, it was going with them. And by the time, they quickly tried, and because it was coming with them, the hook stayed in, and developed into a proper bite. So yeah, that is my preferred way of fishing, semi-fixed. And like I say, it was only on the Essex Manor I actually realised I seemed to be getting done, because on 3 or 4 occasions the lead was gone. So I know a lot of people, they like fishing fluorocarbon and all that sort of thing, but I'm not a fan. I can't be dealing with all the twists and all that all the time. So generally I just make sure that I use, like I say, I use this tubing. It's ultra heavy, ultra supple, and that your end, that's a metre length, so that's pinned down. That last metre is pinned down as much as it possibly can be. I'm all about line concealment. I want the line to be pinned down, especially in the Essex Manor. They're definitely aware of lines. But my preferred is definitely semi-fixed. But like I say, running works, but I've never tried it with, I wouldn't trust it. I think unless you was using a heavy bobbin, like 1.5 ounces or a 2, especially fishing at close in or range, I think that's still acting as a semi-fixed really, because of the weight of the bobbin. but I wouldn't want to fish where you got no weight on your bobbin, which I generally fish. I generally like to fish slack lines. Yeah, I wouldn't want to trust it in the fact that they can pick that rig up, swim off, and all they've got is literally a bobbin with no weight on it to you know, to send the hook home. I wouldn't trust it. So yeah, generally for me, semi-fixed. But yeah, just my theory. You know, like I say, it definitely I think the fact is we all get done no matter what rigs we use. There's, you know, some of them fish out there are really cute. I mean, that's why in a lot of venues there's some fish that, you know, might only get caught once a year. There's some fish that get caught once every 3 years. You know, it's something that's always going to happen no matter what we do. So there, yeah, there we go. I know it's only a short video, guys, but I hope you enjoyed it. That is my theory on it. And yeah, by all means, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Next one's going to be probably in a week's time. It'll be on one or several of the rigs I use. Yeah, at the moment the work's kicked in and I've got absolutely no time to get out there chasing carp. Not only that, at the minute we've got snow on the ground, so yeah, I'm not sure when I'm going to get out. I mean, like I say, you can't grumble when work picks up, but I'll still carry on doing videos for you. If you have any you know, any ideas or what sort of thing you'd like to see on the videos, please let me know. And I want to thank you all for your continued support. I've been, you know, I've had a YouTube channel now for quite a few years. Never really done a lot on it, but when you know, the few videos I've put up in the last couple of months, they've obviously been well received, because you know, I've gone from next to no subscribers to nearly 300 or so now, and it gives me an incentive to carry them on. So yeah, by all means, you know, subscribe, and like I say, there'll be plenty more in the future, not just in the bank, on the bank, in the garage, you know, going over my theories and on things and rigs that I use. Yeah, so catch up with you soon on the next one. Tight lines, guys.